Hey guys, we're in between snowstorms. We got a little sunshine that came out today and melted the back roads, which were really super slushy and bad yesterday. The snow was coming down like cats and dogs yesterday, and I didn't even want to venture out. I did a slight bit, but not very far, and I was slipping and fishtailing all over the place. But they're expecting this polar vortex to be coming again. So I'm just like, oh man, you know, it's just crazy. And I guess it's your typical winter behavior, but anyway, it just seems like we've been in the deep freeze a lot. I've talked a lot about the rider on the white horse and the fact that he's a king because he's given a crown. And I talked about that one day the Holy Spirit just woke me up to the fact that the Sanhedrin has made a crown to give to this king when they announce that he's their king in Jerusalem. I've talked about King Charles III being that king on top of, all the other situations with things I revealed, things Tim Cohen revealed with his book, The Antichrist in a Cup of Tea. And, it's astounding how all of that developed. So we're still waiting for prophecy to kind of fulfill itself. But when these things come to our knowledge, we're just making sure people are aware of it. And something happened the other day that was really kind of shocking, and that was when RFK Jr. was being sworn into his position. He said about Donald Trump, they needed a man on a white horse. And he said some other words, and I'm just going to show you frame by frame exactly what was said. But he mentioned we need a man on a white horse, and then the last sentence said something about Trump being that hero. So this is very interesting because we know that Donald Trump is developing things with Israel and the Third Temple, and we're just kind of watching everything with prophecy unfold before our eyes. I have not thought that Donald Trump was that person. He has to have a certain monarch lineage that comes down from King David. Now, I know that they've said something about calculating his name means something about helping to usher in the Messiah. They have also said that he's not the Messiah, but that he's preparing the way for the Messiah. So I truly believe that in these words of we need a man on a white horse is letting us know that we are near the time of the white horse rider with the bow. And now I told you my discovery about within the word toxon is another word that means to travail, to give birth, which is exactly what Israel's doing during her redemption process and the last 7-year time of Jacob's trouble. So it's interesting that maybe Donald Trump could be the man on the white horse that gets everything started and going. And only time will tell. I know that other people noticed this comment. I'm not the only one who saw it. I mean, it went worldwide. But I'm just commenting on what I think about it. And it's interesting that Hillary Clinton had also made the comment that she couldn't see Donald Trump riding on a white horse. So a white horse is considered to be someone who comes in and brings freedom and victory and, sets things aright and all of that. We just need to keep our eyes on this because this is like the third time this has been said about Donald Trump, about being a man on a white horse. It's kind of a very unusual statement, and I wanted to make you aware of it. I have told you that King Charles III has the actual white horse with the trumpeter that sits on that horse, and it's that horse that rides out before the king arrives, and he blasts on the trumpet to let you know the king is in the house, that he's arrived. So it literally has a link to a king with a monarchy and a king that will be gifted the crown that was made for him by Israel, by the Sanhedrin. It's already been done, you guys. That gold crown has been made, and it is waiting in the wings to be gifted to the person that they are going to call their king. So all of the things about King Charles that I showed you, about his hallmark, about his royal cipher, and about the 4 beasts that he's identified with, including the frog, which is, the green agenda, and many other things I've showed in prior videos. So after you've seen this statement from RFK Jr. and knowing that Hillary Clinton said that she couldn't imagine Donald Trump riding on a white horse, I think is very interesting to pay attention to. So The reason why I don't think that Donald Trump is the so-called Messiah, because some of the Jews have already said that he's going to help usher in the Messiah, but that he's not the Messiah, that he's more of a Cyrus figure that lets them build their temple and all of this, and he helps them to build the house of God, which is on the Cyrus coin that we've seen so many times. So truly, it's a real interesting phrase to have used, and I just wanted to make you aware of it, that this has been said several times about President Donald Trump. So it could just be that God is trying to get our attention about it, that the white horse rider is about to come. And that person is who the Sanhedrin will pick as their king and restore the monarchy. And all the world will marvel after this king. And we know that a beast is a king, according to the prophet Daniel. So whenever you see the word beast, you can just fill in the word king. All the world marvels after the king because they haven't had a monarch in centuries. So it will change the whole dynamic in Israel when this happens. I wanted just to alert you to it, and please give a like to the video and get the algorithms going. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but I know that Off the Grid with Doug and Stacey are having horrific problems with YouTube, and I don't know what they're doing to our channels, but my Valentine message video only got like 277 views, which is absurd because I've had views of 4,000 before. So they just keep either not showing you the truth of how many views are going on, or they're trying to limit it. And they could have a lawsuit on their hands if enough YouTubers get together, and fight this battle. I've been fighting it for numerous years because they've been censoring, and it's really bad, and I don't know what to do about it. I've written to YouTube. I've reported it many, many times. Even thought my channel was hacked. But when I saw some of the homesteaders, like Patera over there in Tennessee, she's had all kinds of junk happening on her comment section like I have. It's just crazy what they're doing. So I'm hoping that the president and the vice president will do something, and Doge will do something about YouTube and the corruption that has been hindering certain people that have been working really, really hard on their channels to get, make more progress, and they prevent it. It can be extremely devastating when you have spent literal hours researching, looking up Bible passages, putting it all together, and then you have to edit all the pieces together, the clips, and then you have to upload it, and hopefully you have enough memory for that, and then you have to upload it again to YouTube. So it's a process, and not many people appreciate that. I've noticed when people are doing the live shows, they seem to give them endless amounts of viewers. So maybe that's the trick. But those of us who are actually making film clips and then editing them, stringing them together, they're just really doing devastation to us. And I want to have a wake-up call of all of my subscribers that have been on my channel for years and years, especially since I was back at home in my garden. I haven't been hearing from anybody, so I don't know whether you've been unsubscribed by YouTube, but please check that you're still subscribed, and please comment. I love people's comments. The comments that cannot be on there are things that lead people astray down some bizarre path or some bizarre dream, or, I have to be careful of what is in my comment section because it's a reflection on me and my video. So I hope you understand that most of the comments are perfectly fine, but there are trolls that are fake accounts, and they will usually say something negative about your character And that's usually how you know. Or they go off on all kinds of medications they're on. And, I just can't have comments like this on the channel because it's a reflection on the video that I'm making. And I sometimes have to reject certain comments for those reasons if they look like they're a troll comment. Well, I have loved all of my subscribers in the past that I've had for years. I can see that they added like 500 subscribers, and yet there'll only be 5 comments. So it's very strange. This could be sending out a warning that the white horse rider is about to arrive. I'll see you later. And I think that the white horse rider is actually the announcement by the Sanhedrin that this certain king is going to be their king. And that's what, when they gift him the crown, that's when everything starts unfurling as far as the scroll that Daniel sealed, and Jesus, Yeshua, is popping the seals on the scroll because it's bringing forth the judgment during the time of Jacob's trouble. So hopefully the believers in Yeshua will be out of here and gone and taken up to be with the Lord. All right, well, see you next time. Thanks for watching.